Okay, so solving this equation, again, we see that we've got the sine squared of x and cosine squared of x over 2. We kind of like to have them both in terms of the same, right, angle. Not one is x over 2 and one is x. So what substitution will we likely make? The half angle formula, right? The half angle formula takes you from an x over 2 or a u over 2 to a u. So we'd like to do the same thing. So the half angle formula is for cosine, right there, right? Plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine of 2u. We actually have squared. So what's going to happen when I square both sides? We're going to lose the square root, which is good because we don't want it. 1 plus the cosine. So this is 2 minus sine squared x equals 2 times plus or minus the square root of 1 plus the cosine of twice the angle, which is x, over 2, but all of that is being squared because it's cosine squared. Remember, that's what it means to have that 2 there. But when you square, you not only are going to lose the square root, you're going to lose the plus or minus. So you won't have to deal with that anymore. Right, so this is 2 times 1 plus the cosine of x over 2. And the 2's cancel. What the heck? We still have this here, right? 2 minus sine squared of x on the left. Right here, the 2's cancel. So now we've got 2 minus sine squared x equals 1 plus cosine x. Okay, now we've got a different issue. We have the same angle, but we don't have the same trig function. How can I substitute to make the same trig function? Which will I substitute for? The sine squared or the cosine to the first? The sine squared, right? We don't have any substitutions for the first power. So sine squared is 1 minus cosine squared. I'm going to bring it up here. 2 minus 1 minus cosine squared x equals 1 plus the cosine of x. So 2 minus 1 plus cosine squared x. So this would be 1 plus cosine squared x equals 1 plus cosine x. Subtract 1 from both sides. Cosine squared x equals cosine x. Right? How do we solve an equation like that? We've done it twice at least so far. We need to get everything on one side, 0 on the other, and factor. Right? So this would be cosine squared x minus cosine x equals 0. Cosine x times cosine x minus 1 equals 0. Set each one equal to 0. Right? If cosine x equals 0, then x equals pi over 2 plus n pi. Right? And if cosine x minus 1 equals 0, then cosine x equals 1. So x equals 0. Right? Plus n times 2 pi. And you don't need to write the 0 plus because that's the same thing anyways.